as we are set and ready to go. We'll start first with the Orem Tigers as Lance Reynolds III tracks down that jump ball. Send that along the baseline, sent back out as Orem is going to be patient with the basketball as Walker sent to the corner, and it is Reynolds missing on the three, and the rebound pulled down by Mason Bettinger.
Bettinger's growth last year to this year. Coach Marquette's first year at Woods Cross, but man, Mason looks like a totally different player. Full kind of 94 or 90-foot basketball player here is his first shot.
It would not drop. Is on the push here with Orem is Nick Clark. Into the corner, Reynolds going to hold off on the three. Dane Christensen back to Reynolds in the corner. Lance Reynolds III. He's your future quarterback at Orem, but he is your current stud point guard for the Golden Tigers.
And you can see Woods Cross really worried about the interior there. Gave up a couple of early looks from that corner. And Reynolds able to hit the second attempt.
And I mean, not to toot my own horn, his best game, one of his best games, at least he got things started, was last year in that playoff against Bountiful, where he hit, I think it was 5 or 6 threes as a freshman. As Bettinger inside, can't get that to crawl in. The rebound taken by Christensen. Christensen, give it up to Reynolds. And they'll set the offense as Christensen pass up the three, going to Clark. Back up top to Reynolds. Clark on the angle. Clark open for three and hits. 2 threes to start for the Tigers.
Boy, and you got to be a little careful. You never quite know officials what the mindset's going to be, but that time the three is hit, and there was kind of a point like, I got you, and made to the student section there after the made triple. Just tensions could be escalating here quickly between players and student sections.
On the drive, won't go. Board and bucket for Nick Hogan.
Yeah, and Hogan, again, I think that he can be a good matchup for Woods Cross in this one.
We'll drop it inside. Stoddard +1. And I think that foul's going to go on Bettinger. And that will put Ethan Stoddard at the line for the and one.
Yeah, really good start here by Orem. An outside three, a couple of them, and then you work back inside. And boy, that just betrayed.
And Dane Christensen's going to pick up the loose ball foul on the rebound.
Foul is on Dane Christensen, his first.
I never liked the fouls against Dane. They're just.
I mean, and he even has the right one. Dane Christensen, the Dane train.
Yeah.
Not that Dane Christensen, though. As the drive and, or pardon me, move without the basketball, Mason Bettinger with his first bucket.
Yeah, pair of high screens, and Mason able to slip through, gets a good look right at the rim for Woods Cross.
Stoddard, quick movement, corner three for Lance Reynolds, won't go, and the rebound taken by Stoddard. Quickly fired back inside. Little jump hook is short, and jump ball possession arrow belongs to Woods Cross.
Held ball possession to
Again, another corner three there for Orem, missed by Reynolds, but see able to scrap back a couple extra possessions, what that length will do, and good job there by Woods Cross getting the tie up to not allow a third opportunity on the play.
Back up top. Zach DeLange. Back to Jaxon Smith.
I said Jaxon was a sophomore, just a junior, so my apologies. I got that a year off.
Oh, nice find inside, and the wide open layup there for Nick Hogan.
They've been in this zone early.
The Walker pass up the three, mid-range two, won't drop. Bettinger with the rebound. Here come the Wildcats. Bettinger hangs and hits.
He missed that first shot, Dusty, but he's hit a couple since. Mason Bettinger off to a good start here for Woods Cross.
And Bettinger also a junior. We had a lot of very good underclassmen in this one.
Yep. Just 3 seniors on the roster for Woods Cross.
Clark goes back out to Christensen. Step inside the arc. Won't go. Started with the board. Draws the foul. and I believe this would be called on Alex Bray.
I got to fix that. There's more than 3. My apologies. It's the 3rd game of the day, and the guys are getting a little shifty. So there's a handful of them. I got 5. It's Hogan, Makris, Delane, Earl, and Spencer.
It is game 4, or game 3 rather. See, we're already doing it. Up top with Christensen. Reynolds. Now Clark going to skip back up top to Christensen. Clark pumped the 3. Bettinger went the flyby. Christensen chased off by Smith. Good job by Woods Cross. As Walker sends up top. Reynolds going to pass up the 3 to Christensen. Won't go, and the rebound still loose. How about the big swipe, no call?
Yeah.
Inside to Stoddard, who lays it in.
Boy, one of those possessions where Woods Cross had a couple of players right there, neither able to corral it. And Orem able to get back on the basketball and retake the lead here.
Well, on the flip side, we talk about just the 5 seniors at Woods Cross. For Orem, 4 of the 5 starters are seniors. There's a steal. Reynolds will get it back off the steal. And it lips out on the rebound taken by Bray.
Tell you some early looks from long range here, and I know they hit a pair early, but the last couple have not been able to fall here for Orem.
Smith. And down off the buckle and back on the run with Clark. Pass. Oh, nice job of getting that ball. Christensen lays it in. That is set up by good hands by Stoddard and the awareness to find his teammate.
Yeah, love the unselfish handoff there, and always good, of course, when Dane scores it.
But Dane scores it, everybody's happy. Rule of thumb in our broadcast, too. Bettinger. Flat-footed 3. How about that one from Mason Bettinger?
He's playing extremely confident today. Love that. It's not that he's not guarded, but it's not a tightly contested, but just recognizing, hey, I got enough space here. And able to drill it.
As Christensen going to pull for 3, won't go. Smith and Bettinger reminds me, remember Jordan at Northridge our first year? He had Cole Bentley, Accord. I'm going to have to look up the name. Jordan was the 5 at Northridge.
I don't.
I'll look it up.
I'll tell you, this is a young man that I am really excited for his development. Smith misses that one.
Smith misses that one. Bray tracks down the board. A little strong on the shot, and the rebound taken by Orem. 1:25 on a rolling clock and a 1-point game. Christensen to the corner on the drive, and Walker with the dunk.
I really feel like Carter Walker, if there's a player on this Orem team I love, it's Carter Walker. I talked about his defense, his length, but I love the ability there to get up and flush it and recognizing the paint's empty. He had a couple of those in there. Region opening win against Alta as well. He's a high flyer, locks down defensively. Love the game of Carter Walker.
3 from Bettinger. Mason Bettinger's second triple.
Yes, sir. That young man, 10 of the 14 for Woods Cross for Mason.
Need your best player to show up, and he's here as Clark rather, goes back over to Christensen. Christensen left that one for Walker, goes up contested. A nice finish there from Walker. As we're probably looking at the final shot of the quarter inside of 20 seconds. Oh, an exciting quarter. This is feeling like game 1 here. This is how that Alta Bonneville game went.
Of course, that also Region 8 versus Region 5.
Shot won't go. This will count from Reynolds. It'll be short. An up and down first quarter comes to a close. And at the end of one, it is Orem 16 and Woods Cross 14. You're watching the 2022 5A quarterfinals on KSLSports.com. Commentary brought to you by Game 9 Live Rewind. Start of the second quarter, Dusty Litzner and Dane Stewart with you, and Mason Bettinger. 10 points in the first quarter. But it is Orem with a 2-point lead, some balanced scoring, maybe even some opportunities they wish they had back. As well, a foul, that inbound, or that pass inside to Stoddard. He's drawn 3 fouls in his, about 5 touches.
Yeah, 4 points. He's had a nice start here for the Tigers. Oh, how about that
touch
tap?
back into Clark.
I thought they were going for the lob for Ethan.
Yeah.
It says, no, hey, you're uncovered. I'm going to give it right back to you. A nice finish by Clark.
Bettinger in the lane, fall away, got it. 12 points in the half.
That's good defense, too.
Yes,
I mean, you
it
got a
is.
hand right in the face, and Mason able to rise up. He's putting in a heck of a game here, the junior.
Andrew Jordan-esque. I would say go online and find it, but I don't know if any of that stuff got put up.
This is before Al Gore gave us the wonders. That
That's when Xfinity On Demand was the only thing that was there. Well, it was Comcast. Oh, I have a jump ball as Clark's three got stuck.
You ready for my call on that? I don't know if you've heard this yet. Jammed. Raspberry.
Nice.
You know the reference?
I don't.
Really?
I don't.
I got a movie reference Dusty Lister does not know.
I'd love to know
Mark
what
the date
movie it
and
is.
time,
What
February
movie is it?
28th, 1:05 p.m. Spaceballs.
Oh, man, that's
Have
been a
you
long
never-
time. No, I've seen it.
Okay,
It's been a long
all right,
time.
all right.
Yeah. I mean, Tanner Mangum got called, you know, the character from that.
Raspberry.
I'll go rewatch it.
Yeah.
Won't be this week, but maybe next week.
Maybe Friday. You don't have anything to do Friday.
Hanging on a pivot. Dillon goes back out to Smith. Smith. Oh, man, that was a tough shot, and somehow gets that to drop.
You know, that looked like one that it's just kind of a bailout. I got to get rid of it, right? And able to find the bottom of the net.
Good thing the officials didn't bail that out. I thought he was looking for the foul, didn't get it. Here's Christensen. Three on the way, and good. That is Asher Young.
Asher Young.
That's a nice shot by Young. And that three balls continue to be a look that Woods Cross has been willing to give up.
As you saw Bettinger come wide open, Christensen lost him. Don't know sure why he was jumping there.
Clear
Dusty
it out.
Gastrip tried to clear it out.
Off-ball screen, wide open finish for Bettinger.
That ball popped out of bounds by Woods Cross and George Makris, who
Yeah.
does not miss upper body day at the gym.
Yeah.
He looks like Dave Bautista out there. He's welcome. As they'll reset the offense, 5:35 left. Coach Perry Wildeboer, longtime head coach at Timpview, won state championships.
He could have a third meeting of the year against his former squad.
Clark misses on the three, and it's Bettinger pulling down that rebound. His fourth board of this half is Smith. Hits the two! Gonna get ready for the three. The official right there said no, that was a two. So Jaxon Smith with 4 points in the quarter. Christensen goes back inside. Stoddard stays patient and scores. Keep that ball high and finishes.
Yeah, I really think if Orem can kind of match, not blow for blow, but have enough consistency inside the paint like that, they've got a great opportunity. But, oh, man.
Oh, man, Jaxon Smith. Somewhere, I think I'm hearing Mitch Smith cheer. I'm pretty sure. It's not?
I don't
My
think
bad.
so.
You sure?
We'll have to text him.
We'll say that on air. Okay, if it's not Mitch Smith's son, I know Mitch Smith's son played at Woods Cross.
Yes,
There's
but
a
I think he
block.
graduated the year that they
All right.
lost to Springville.
George Makris with the block.
You know, and one of the things, Dusty, you talk about Makris, and this is a young man that got sidelined last year with cancer, got a cancer diagnosis, missed a lot of the year. They didn't know how that was going to turn out for him. It was late-stage diagnosis. A young man able to fight that battle, and now back for his senior year
Wow.
for this Woods Cross team. Number 40 for the Cats. Great to see him on the floor. Great to see him a part of this team. But that young man, the last 24 months, not been an easy journey for him.
Jaxon Smith can't get that one to go. Send this one ahead with Lance Reynolds. Reynolds sent to the corner. Long baseline, Stoddard, extra pass. That blocked away by Bettinger. Delang will hold things up. Sends back out So Bettinger will reset the offense with Jaxon Smith. On the drive and the hit. That is delaying.
You know, it's a lot of talk about Benninger and Smith, but a guy like DeLange, Alex Bray's another one. There's a lot of guys that chip in 6 to 8 for this Woods Cross lineup, and DeLange taking advantage of the drive.
Inside out, Reynolds for 3.
You know, I love what we've seen from Lance Reynolds, a sophomore. He's missed some, but he continues to feel confident in that outside shot. And if Woods Cross is going to play that zone and collapse down, you're going to get plenty of looks. Important to step into that confidently, as Lance has done. A sophomore making a big impact here early.
Bettinger, long 2.
It's like shoot around right now for Mason.
Oh my gosh. That is 16. He's got 16 and 4 with 2:50 left in the half.
This is why I picked them as my preseason Region 5 champ. The amazing thing is they didn't win Region 5. It's just like...
Stoddard off the double bump and finish. The first half for Stoddard.
Yeah,
I know it's only 8 points. He got 8 points, 4 boards, 2 assists.
Yeah. I think he's got a workman-like mentality. He's not the overly showy, oh, look at that shot or this shot, but he just goes out and does his job consistently. He was this way against Alta as well in that game, where it's just like, man, there's talking about Christensen and Clark, but Stoddard's really kind of, it's not right to say he's the glue, but he does all the small stuff that just makes things work for Orem.
South of the line, Jaxon Smith. Yet to confirm whether or not I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But first free throw, good.
We have reached out to sources.
I hope I'm right, but here's Jaxon. If not, either way, his dad's proud of him, as he's had a terrific second quarter. 9 points on the first half.
I think they've all come in the second quarter, haven't they?
I think so. I didn't want to be wrong on that.
Still in that zone here.
I don't want the Smith family think I just have it out for him with misinformation. Oh, nice final look. Stoddard, he delayed on that.
Yeah.
Turnover, here comes DeLange. Good job of Reynolds of cutting that off. Here comes Smith down the lane. Slapped away, that's
hands.
off the leg, yeah. Clark got his hand on it. We'll go back down the floor with Orem.
Yeah, that's a great job defensively by Clark. I love the idea by Jaxon. The lane's open, but Clark just makes a great defensive play to knock that away.
.145 left in the half. 3-point lead for Woods Cross. Into the corner to Clark. Quickly skipped to Reynolds. Try to go high post, kick by Bettinger, and we'll stay here. Game 3 of the day. We've had a great one in the first. Got a little hairy in the second game with Olympus and Salem Hills. Olympus pulled away.
That was still a 2-possession game in the fourth.
Right, 45-41, and then Jack Wistersill went bonkers. On the other end, blocked from behind. Mockers with the loose ball, and he sent away. And then he'll get started with that foul. I love the first no call. Stoddard was playing with fire and picked up the second one.
Boy, Mockers, give him credit for running the floor, right? You've got an opportunity. A lot of times it's easy to think, oh, my big man will finish it. Orem makes the block. Mockers comes up in support and able to draw the contact. And he's granted a trip to the line here.
And the first free throw is off the mark here. And Dane knows he's just going to try to make me cry today. Tell me the story. Mockers diagnosed with cancer, and I've been a little weepy-eyed lately, so try to keep it together.
Well, and it's never easy when you have to send your kids off for several days. I know.
For the wife, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just with age. The right commercial, and I'm done. 1:10 left in the half. The 5A swim meet, I cried almost the whole time. Send out, here's Reynolds, float it and score it. Lance Reynolds' first non-3 of the game. As the ball got loose. So it'll be a 1-point game with 57 seconds left.
Chlorine will do that to you. That's why I stay away from the pool.
Well, we had, 10 All-American swims in that thing?
Wow.
And Evan Van Brocken he raced Long Gutierrez from the record books in Utah, which is kind of unreal. As it looks like Woods Cross going to take their time. Remember, no shot clock in Utah high school basketball. 25 more games to go with that one. Bettinger on the drive.
Oh.
Little flyby and hit.
How about the fake there by Mason? Love the patience.
He's got 18 in the half. 18 points, 4 boards.
He's on like Jake Nadal scoring. Nadal had 20 at the break. He ended up with 50.
Oh, Dane was in the building then too. 10 seconds left. Three seconds. 3 on the way. No from Clark. And that is how the first half will end. Mason Bettinger, 18 points, pacing the way for Woods Cross. Wildcats lead 33-30 as we go to the break. You're watching the 2022 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
Including 2 of 2 from long range. We talked about Dusty off camera at the break. Continue to be a little bit surprised that Woods Cross has stayed in this zone. Orem just 4 of 12 from long range. And if they figure, hey, we're willing to give that shot up because we think it's going to minimize the interior success, happy to do it as Orem comes out and executes well on that first possession. But really, Woods Cross could not have played any better. They had a great first half.
Well, Bettinger most certainly couldn't have played any better in that first half than he did. 8 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 2 from 3. If the ball's in the air off his hand, it's going in.
Yeah.
As DeLange works around the free throw line, sent back out to Smith. Jaxon hangs, back rim. On the push now with the Tigers and Clark. Try to feed that in, taken away by Bettinger. Junction J, too strong. Had his second opportunity here for Woods Cross. DeLange sends back out to Bray. Bray goes at Reynolds, gets between 2 defenders, and gets that one to go.
Did Woods Cross versus Northridge late in the year. Loved the game from Alex Bray. It's that kind of play. Again, that grittiness, that toughness, finishing close to the rim makes him tough.
Stoddard left that one short, and then we're going to have a foul on that, go back up there by Nick Hogan, and that'll be Hogan's first.
Fouls on number 34, Nick Hogan, his first second half team foul.
So Clark will trigger on the baseline. Dane Christensen, 4-3. And we're tied at 35.
That's what Danes do, Dusty. We dial them up from long range. This Dane at a little higher clip than another Dane, but you know.
Totally wrong spin on the ball.
Yeah, we got to work on that.
Is Orem extending that the pressure is Jaxon Smith.
And how about Carter Walker now defensively on Bettinger? Talking about his defense. It'll be interesting to see if that slows Mason down.
Hogan got a mouse in the house with Reynolds and got the lay-in. And Reynolds fortunate not to pick up the foul. 3 on the way off the mark from Walker, and the rebound pulled down by Jaxon Smith. No relation to Mitch Smith. I apologize to the Smith family.
It's crazy. I mean, who would have thought that there could be multiple Smith families?
Whichever one he's from, they knock him down from range. +1 on the 3 from way outside.
This probably isn't going to win a lot of Woods Cross hearts, but here we go. He saw that on display at Northridge. Sam Savulich had 2 4-point plays in that game. Woods Cross got the win. Jaxon dialing up that 3 with contact, a chance for a 4-point play of his own.
As the 4-point play is completed, now a 6-point advantage for Woods Cross.
Still a zone here. I mean, we're zoning whole game.
Going to try to pack it in against this front line heavy Tiger attack. And we have a foul on Orem. And Coach Wildeboard, kind of interesting, is the foul goes against I think he said 23 on Walker.
Foul on Dane Christensen, his third.
And I don't know if the official was saying there that a player ran into the Woods Cross player on the floor. It kind of made that bit of a hand gesture, but it's Woods Cross basketball.
Behringer drives at Clark, hangs, and it crawls home. The White Channel basketball proves him right there.
Yeah, a little extra, just push of air right at the last minute, get that ball over the front of the rim. How about this, Dusty? 8-point lead here for the Cats.
Where is Orem going to go for some offense as Smith knocks that out of the ball, or out of the air?
While we're here, let me just, I realized a logic flaw in my bracket. I came back and I picked Woods Cross over Orem because they've never lost a game I've called, but I didn't pick Woods Cross to win a state championship. Logical breakdown. Sorry, guys.
Just illogical. Analytics. Come on. Christensen to the corner to Clark. Back up top, Dane Christensen.
Same spot. Oof.
Little strong and a rebound pulled down by Hogan. What's amazing, this Woods Cross program, I mean, we started, Woods Cross was not a factor in 4A, which was the second highest classification at the time, until Holton Hunsaker, his freshman year. He had and Day and a bunch of others. And at that point, Woods Cross became really a basketball school. As inside Hogan makes it a 10-point game.
It's a 12-5 start here for Woods Cross in this third quarter.
Reynolds, 4-3. Lance Reynolds the third.
Lance Reynolds, timeout Orem.
Timeout taken by the Tigers. And a 7-point lead for Woods Cross. We're going to keep it here, as it's just a 30-second timeout. As Dane, we'll put a pin in this one. We're going to talk about this game a lot. Next matchup coming up, setting up the rest of the 5A classification. I mean, we're very simple. Murray and Timpview. How fast can this game go is really the question. Does Izzy Engel try to slow things up, but Murray wants to go as fast as possible?
I actually think you'll see Timpview comfortable to play at an increased speed. And part of that is because what Bowen Davies can do in the block for Murray. One of the top rebounder in 5A. The game that they had in the win against Springville, he had to have 7 or 8 blocks himself. So I think Timpview, with some of their guard play, it would not shock me to say we want to get up and down the floor too and make this a bit of a track race. I hope the officials on that game have the stamina to run up and down the floor for 32 minutes. But I could see that game actually being very fast-paced. We've seen Izzy's teams in the past get up and down the floor, and it wouldn't shock me to see that kind of a tempo in that last quarter.
If you have not seen Chudiana CK play, folks, come back for the next game.
And I'll even add in Jaxon Workman. He hit 7 threes in a second-round win, or in a first-round win for them. You've got what?
Crispin, right?
Crispin as well. There's a lot of guys on that roster you got to deal with for Murray.
Smith off on the 3. Here comes Reynolds. Dane Christensen down the barrel, no. And they get this ball ahead.
Quick shot there for Orem. Little surprised. We've seen them be very methodical, but that time Dane recognized a little bit of space, wants to get it away quickly, but it's one and done. See that extension here with Walker. See that 1-3-1 here? This is what they did against Alton.
Inside, give it back up to Bettinger, and it crawls in.
Love the breakdown there. You go baseline, work it back to middle of the paint, and it's a numbers game.
Stoddard thought he'd get the foul call, did not.
Here's the 1-3-1. See Walker up high.
Up 11, or probably up 9, looking to get back up double digits is Woods Cross. Into the corner, 3 from Smith. Long rebound, tracked down by Clark. Been a quiet afternoon for Clark. Reynolds cycles through to the corner. Walker, long 2, won't go. Rebound to Stoddard. He goes back up, no. Tip up, won't go. Stoddard swatted away by Bettinger. They're going to hit him with the foul. That'll be number 2 on Mason Bettinger. It'll be 2 free throws for Stoddard.
Yeah, I thought he got a lot of ball, but the call there was a block. I mean, he came into him with the body. So if you go straight up on that, you're not into the offensive player, That's going to be clean, but because his momentum is carrying him into Stoddard, the call.
First free throw good for Stoddard.
It'll be interesting, Dusty. It feels like this game kind of teetering right now, and Orem moving to that 1-3-1, hoping that maybe slows Woods Cross up while they try to get that offense back on track. But Orem has just looked a little disjointed offensively, haven't they?
Yes, they have. That pack it in kind of part of the zone is just muddied up. Opportunities for Christensen to stay out, keeps him outside. Clark on the outside as well.
Walker will come off here.
In for Orem, number 3, Asher Young.
So Asher Young will come back on as Walker will go to the bench.
And how about this? They'll move Stoddard up to the point now of that 1-3-1. Again, that length at the top, so important. Can you get Stoddard moving, too quickly baseline, or maybe take advantage down there? But see that trap.
And then the timeout taken by Woods Cross, and it will be 30-second timeout.
You're going to have an answer for the 1-3-1. Again, I highlighted it to start because I saw Alta really struggle with that in that region game and thought that we would see it from Orem. It's come out here in this second half. You see them bringing the pressure, the trap, and we've seen Woods Cross break down once or twice. They had an open look from the corner, missed the shot. They had that great ball entry baseline and the feed to Benninger at the rim. They're going to have to get accustomed to working against this because I think Orem's going to try to employ this a lot to get extra possessions here to crawl back in this game.
Well, the part is to keep the ball on the outside. So for Woods Cross, is breaking it down and finding it on the inside. But for Orem, defense has to lead to offense to get easier looks. They've had to work extremely hard for the points here in the third.
They have. There have been some quick shots that we've talked about. But look, that patience, everything's still kind of seeming outside, and again with Woods Cross being in that zone, packing it in, it's kind of forced them to play 15 feet and beyond. Can they attack that, create some physicality, get trips to the line? We'll see, but yeah, they're going to have to figure out how to score with a little more efficiency here over the last 9.5 minutes of the contest.
And see what they're going to do is put 2 up top, and they're going to eat up clock is Woods Cross, and really the last year this is going to be deployable in high school basketball here in the state of Utah. 35-second shot clock comes in next year.
At first, I couldn't tell if you said deplorable or deployable, but I got you. I'm with you.
The rules say you can do it. I don't have to like it.
Yeah.
But the rules say you could do this. There's Bettinger. And there's the foul taken to Stoddard. Number 3 on Stoddard. He just gave that one up.
And the challenging thing is if you're going to play that passing at the midline, how aggressive can he be? And now you'll see they bring Walker back on, so Stoddard will move back baseline. I think that's a good move there.
Good move. Hey, the question is when you bring the second guy to trap off that kind of more potential lackadaisical pass come from one side to the other. Inside of 1 minute left in the third quarter. Bettinger going to hand back to Smith. .40 seconds left down in the quarter. We're going to take the last, minute 25 or so?
About that.
30 seconds as Bettinger goes baseline, and he's fouled +1. Lull everybody to sleep, and then make it worth it.
How about just the mental fortitude of Bettinger? We're thinking a stall. He sees an opportunity, driving baseline despite the contact, finishing. 24 now for Mason. And a chance for a three-point play.
A chance to make it a 10-point game heading to the final stanza. And he lipped out the free throw. 24 through 3 quarters for Bettinger. Send up all the corner. Walker, baseline. Jay crawls off. And the rebound claimed by Woods Cross with a chance to score and go up 11. Five seconds. That ball slapped away, taken 2 seconds. And it will count if it goes. And we head to the fourth quarter. Woods Cross with the 49-40 lead on Orem. winner moves on to the 5A semifinals. You're watching the 2022 5A quarterfinals on KSLSports.com. And the start of the fourth quarter, Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart of Game Night Live Rewind with you. Game 3 of 8 on the day as Woods Cross leads 49-40. And Dane, that third quarter, 16-10, their advantage.
Yeah, they're out of the 1-3-1 here as well. Man defense here, and look at Bettinger. Okay.
Got a little bit of space off the bump, and Bettinger now with 26.
Just a junior. We talked about the evolution of Bettinger's game. He is a different player this year. I mean, his growth last year to this has been awesome.
Gonna lob inside. Walker couldn't finish it the way he wanted to. As Clark on the drive has to come to a stop, takes the bump, and he'll draw the foul to Hogan. That'll be number 2 on Hogan. It'll be free throws coming up for Nick Clark, who's been quiet today.
It's a great lob play. It just threw him under the rim. There's no chance he has to finish that, so they got to bring it back out. And going back to your point, I mean, I think that we've seen Clark, he can score at multiple levels, but haven't allowed him to get anything inside, which I think has maybe slowed up his success outside, as they've really said, hey, we're going to give Reynolds some of those open looks, and he's knocked him down, but it hasn't given Clark the same number of shots that he's accustomed to find the offensive success.
Clark gets both the free throws, 7 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. I say quiet, only because we expect him to score around 13 points.
Yeah. And he's got that ability to go in the 16 to 20 range as well. I mean, he can have big ball games.
He averages 13. So on the, here's DeLange with Reynolds. DeLange down the lane, +1. Zach DeLange went to work, gets the hoop in the arm.
Zach, one of the 5 seniors on this Woods Cross roster, and look, I mean, all that dribbling at the top is trying to see, can I get an opportunity? And when he sees it, boom, left lane, and Zach DeLange through contact, great finish. And I love the emotion as he's getting up. He recognized we've got an opportunity to do something here in this quarterfinal matchup.
And the free throw is good. So 54-42, the Wildcats looking strong, not a foul to Hogan. Number 3 on Hogan. But Dane Christensen at the line with 6:50 left in the fourth quarter.
Number 34, Nick Hogan, his third.
Is Orem's bench just trying to put on the rally caps.
Dane Christensen, 2 shots.
Christensen off on the first free throw, got one more.
Is this the first band we've had in the house today?
I think so.
See, I worry about the real important stuff.
Well, at the end of the quarter or end of the half, we had a little bit of a bass going. I was like,
Yeah.
Where is that coming from? As Jaxon Smith does the foul, gets the bucket.
What are you supposed to do? That's an off-balance shot. There's even contact. And it's not the first time that we've seen the ball literally crawl over the front of the rim from a negative angle on a foul and go in.
Treated well by the wide channel basketball.
Some days it's just your day, and sometimes you got streaks with Dane Stewart calling your games that just won't die.
Not easily, anyway.
Yeah, right? Man.
A 14-point advantage for the Wildcats. Looking to go back to their first semifinal since Trevin Nell. The winner will take on the winner of Timpview and Murray. Clark can't get it to go.
Boy, contact there on Clark. I think he's frustrated, no call coming. It's just a difference, right? I mean, those shots for Woods Cross have crawled over, and for Orem, that one refusing to go down.
Smith was looking for Bettinger. Good defense away from the ball with Asher Young. As Christensen now come out and pressure Smith. Jaxon Smith in the lane. And we're going to say out of bounds off of Walker, and we'll stay here.
Mason with 26, Jaxon with 16, 42 points from the junior duo.
1 point off the total they've surrendered. Bettinger. Down the lane. Oh, it's a block. And it'll be Woods Cross ball on the baseline as Wildcat coaches are.
Coach Margetts is petitioning. How about, look, we talked about changing cultures. How about Coach Margetts and Woods Cross? This has been a successful program, but you look at the difference in what we've seen from this team in development, contending for a region championship here in the quarters. Like, he's done a heck of a job in his first year at Woods Cross.
Yeah, from Casey Walkenhurst to Coach Jorgensen, and now Margetts, and now the foul to Lance Reynolds, his second. And that'll be the 16th foul, one more. But it's about the culture, yeah. I mean, it's more, hey, we're not excited to just get to the state tournament anymore. Go expect more.
And I think that for whatever reason, right, and Coach Jorgensen did a great job, it feels like the team plays a little bit freer, right? And I don't know, what leads to that, but this team feels like it's just looser, and that has led to good things for this group.
And the free throw, good from Zach DeLing. We'll have one more.
How about this? It's 1-1, and Woods Cross clearing the lanes. I failed to realize that deficit is 15 here for Orem. But, man, I mean, look, this game has been won on the defense of Woods Cross. And Coach Margetts saying, get back, set up the defense. That's the most important thing right now, as it's been that way all game.
Well, great idea. Pack it in and make him settle from the outside as Christensen pulls again from three and is off the mark. And Woods Cross is 5 minutes away from a semifinal, and Coach Marget's going to take a timeout and get it. We'll take it with him. You're watching the 2022 5A state tournament on KSLSports.com, your home for high school championships. Welcome back into the Huntsman Center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart. Orem, I think wisely, going to try to extend this game with fouls. Yeah,
you have to.
And hope they miss front end of one-on-ones.
Look, I mean, we saw Orem go in the 1-3-1. We've seen them go man. I mean, they have just not been able to get defensive stops very frequently. And so, for me, it's like if you want any chance of making up a 15-point deficit, you got to get the ball back. You can't waste 30, 45 seconds coming off the clock. And it goes back to a point we talked about earlier this morning in another game. At what point do you start fouling? And I think at this point you test Woods Cross from the line and say, all right, well, what do we have to lose, right? A loss is a loss, whether we lose by 10 or 20. We got to try to get the ball back, so just see if they can close it out of the line.
And Hogan goes 2 of 2. So now you mark him and say, okay, don't foul 34.
Mental note.
As Christensen goes to the corner, 3 on the way from Asher Young. No. Rebound on the backside to Walker. Clark. Now Christensen gets in the lane, crawls off. What a lid on this hoop as Christensen +1. Count the bucket for Dane Christensen as nothing was going to fall. Then he finally got that one in.
And how about Christensen being aggressive on the offensive board there? Didn't look like he was in great position. He's got 4 fouls. But again, it's like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? We're down, right? So I love the aggressive mindset here of still following up on it, getting the putback opportunity, and 3-point play.
As Christensen hits the free throw and gets the 3-point play, as Lance Reynolds will come on and Stoddard will come off.
He's also got 4, so it's a little bit of navigating the situation here and trying to extend some of these seniors' minutes or eligibility.
And a good job of breaking the press is delaying in a exit out, and now go across court. Bettinger, nobody home. Good defense away from the ball by Reynolds. That pass skips out of bounds.
Yeah, Bettinger had kind of cut in rather than coming out wide, and I think on that play, DeLing is expecting him to be wide, throws the ball to that spot, and the miscommunication there leads to the turnover.
So a 14-point game. With 4:35 left in the fourth. Drop it in, and Stoddard has that one's taken away. Hogan playing great in this fourth quarter. There's Smith. Now fouled by Stoddard. That's number 5 on Stoddard. And he wasn't.
Foul on number 14, Ethan Stoddard.
The Stars say, hey, I wasn't just giving that one up.
You know, and you look, well, we'll come back to that because Stoddard fouling out here is obviously of note. A senior, last potential game for him.
And he's hoping his teammates can bring him back.
13 points. His season average has 12 tonight. Good game for him, especially early.
Yeah.
Walking off the floor here for potentially the last time.
And Smith misses the front end of 1-1.
He's 88% from the line. Surprising miss there from Jaxon.
Christensen gonna float it on the baseline, won't go. Loose ball in the hands of Walker, sent back out. Clark for 3, off the mark. And the rebound taken. And it will be Mockris gonna go down the other end of the floor, shoot double bonus free throws.
Young called for the foul.
And Asher Young, that's his first.
We had chance of floppers despite arms being tangled and wrangled to the floor, but perspective, it's a funny thing.
Absolutely. That's why people look at a dress, blue or gold, and we argue about it. So, all about perspective.
Sonics or Jazz, it's all about perspective.
Location, location, location. 16-46. As Mocker is off on the first free throw, we'll have one more. Here's the second. (61-46). Pass up the corner, 3 going to Clark. Clark gets contact on Mockris and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I thought Mockris, that left arm came down and in a little bit rather than staying straight vertical. And you can't extend your body wide. So the call there will send Clark to the line here.
As Clark gets the first. I was trying to figure out what Clark's conversation was with the official when he got the call. So
I'm sure just complimenting him on a well-called game.
Has to be.
It's kind of the sportsmanship we expect.
Gets the second. So 61-48. As they got the crossers, Bettinger. Chase hanging on a pivot. Gets his own board, or Mason. Bettinger, and then he sends it up top to DeLang. As a game of keep away will ensue. Unless there's an easy 2, as Bettinger gets a player off his feet, and a foul go to Asher Young, his second. And Bettinger will go to the line looking for points 27 and 28.
I'll tell you, I think Bettinger has played the game today like a game of chess. At times he's gone up first attempt, at times he's used that pump fake. It's really made Orem defensively guess what he's gonna do. And I mean, that time utilizing the pump fake is able to draw the contact and makes his trip back to the line here. Just a junior. One more year for he and Smith. And 2 for 2.
And Bettinger got them both, 28 points. Drive it all. Reynolds could not get that one to stick. As Bettinger on the run out, goes at Christensen, hangs, and 30 points for Mason Bettinger.
Has to bring that ball back, and a sideward shot up, and nearly a steal.
All kinds of stuff happening here at the close of this game, as it looks like the 17-point lead, the Woods Cross Wildcats are going to move on as Lance Reynolds short on the three. Maybe Bettinger got a hand on that as well. Nothing else, he certainly impacted that shot.
Yeah, and then wrong place at the wrong time, as if there was any doubt as that ball deflects off Young baseline. What a job by Woods Cross. You know, Dusty, I know we did our bracketology, and I picked Orem, then I kind of circled back and said, no, I'm going to go with Woods Cross. I did not see the game playing out like this. I mean, what a masterpiece from Coach Margetts. Defensively, the offensive execution by Woods Cross across the board has just been impressive.
Oh, charge.
Yeah. He was set up. Now, look, if it was Dusty's way, that'd be an and one, but that restricted area doesn't apply today, so.
I'd love for them to use it when it's there, though. The last bastion for me is not allow guys to stand underneath the hoop and take charges.
Yeah.
I don't know what you expect the guy to do. Circle out and eat up clock. You ever had the talk good, better, best?
Yeah.
Worse, and worser. Oh, nice find inside, and that is Asher Young with the lay-in.
The assist to Carter Walker.
Oh, nice steal.
And Clark's three won't go. The rebound taken by DeLange. DeLange ahead to Bettinger, and Mason lays it in.
Splurge doesn't have the same bounce that Woods Cross does, so he had to make a late audible. And
it's that old spring-loaded floor. Dane Christensen hits a three. That's how it felt in that old Lehigh gym. We get a bunch of guys run down the floor would like rumble. Oh, you're gonna have some extracurricular stuff happening. Guys just need to, they're frustrated the way the day's gone. He's got to take a breath.
I think they were preseason #1, weren't they?
Orem?
Yeah.
I
thought they were.
If not, they earned their way there.
If not, they were number 2.
Yeah, if not, they earned their way there.
And I know the RPI, they got to #1 rather early because of that early Olympus loss to Davis. This team had high expectations this year. And, you know, you get to the Huntsman Center, that's a lot of teams' goals, right? But when you've got a senior-laden group, all this experience, they had so many close games last year that didn't go their way, and everyone thought that would be a launching board, and it certainly was a great year. But to see it come to a conclusion in the quarters, it's earlier than they had planned, and there's frustration with that.
Full timeout, we'll take it with them. 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Woods Cross looking to move on to the semifinals. Closing moments here in game number 3 of the day. As there's a steal, DeLange takes it away, and then the foul to Asher Young. Jump ball. Okay. Kind of just assumed that he'd given those away. And that ball goes out of bounds. And that kind of second half. Been a frustrating second half here for Orem, and the second half that Woods Cross is going to try to duplicate on Wednesday evening.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. You think about Timpview, Murray, the roster constructs. I mean, I think if I'm Woods Cross, I probably prefer Timpview. I think, you know, not having to deal with some of the length of Davies and Chudy, I would much rather prefer that. But Timpview plays at a pace, man, and Birmingham can light it up from long range, and his driving ability, it will certainly be an interesting semi, but man, Woods Cross, tell you, they flex their muscle today in a way that Bonneville did as well. And look, Region 5, folks, it's making a statement here in the quarters.
I mean, I'd love to point out to you that Region 5 has now swept Region 8 today.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were aware of that or not.
Well, yep.
I say that because Dane usually he's like, hey, Region 5, Region 5. I'm like, well, Region 8. Region 8 is where the state champion's going to come from. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, there's still one left. But it's not who I picked either.
I
picked Region 6.
I had a movie line from a show come to my mind, but it's not very appropriate at this time. So we'll talk about that offline. But
as there's a foul charge to Nick Hogan. That's his 5th and final.
You know, and Hogan going to foul out here, 10 points, 5 rebounds, averages 6 and 4. Great game today for Nick. Look, and even the 10 and 6, I think or 10 and 5, he played bigger than that, right? I mean, you're going to look at that and say, yeah, that's a nice game. No, he had a really solid game today. What he did defensively, his execution offensively to help them out, and the timeliness of it was critical for this Woods Cross team. But he's done. But I'll tell you, he's excited on the bench, and he should be. Heck of an effort today from the senior Nick Hogan.
If I was coach of basketball, I'm not often after 5 fouls, but my team's on the floor, I would have to say it at least once a game. Hoosiers. There's now a foul given away once again by Clark, and he has one more to give. That's number 4.
Foul on Nick Clark of Orem, his 4th.
If I'm Woods Cross, I'm probably clearing my starters right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Get him a clap off.
But I'm not.
What's that? No, they're not.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not Woods Cross.
Well, I thought you had a direct line. I mean, what?
No, I'm just, look,
I agree
in
with
all
you.
the bad luck that we provide,
Yep.
apparently this year, for whatever reason, this will be 4-0, 5-0
Yeah.
when I'm on a Woods Cross game.
And
There we go.
Bettinger goes for the dunk, and that'll be the foul to Walker, number 1. And you want to know why we were saying get stars on the floor? It was
That's
that play
why.
right there.
Yep.
And it wasn't bad from Walker. He could test the basketball.
But you want a guy who scored
Yep.
32 and 6 to, twist an ankle coming
Yep.
down or separate his shoulder coming down. And
And it's not a harsh criticism. It's just It's just a, noticeable thing to think about.
You know what it is? It's a 40-year-old being like, "Oh, that hurt my back." Like that. That's what it is. It's just I am not nimble, and yeah.
Go watch the Calvin Johnson football life. That's why his career ended. He talks about one play. Because he's talking about how high he jumped and it meant he was falling from a basketball hoop. So he's 10 feet in the air if his legs get taken out from underneath him.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
As Bettinger's amazing day.
I'm not 39 anymore, Dusty.
You're not?
No.
Somebody asked me. We're both under 40.
All I know is I am planning on taking full advantage of the Mike Gundy GIF all year long. I'm a man. I'm 40. So, all year.
And I've wasted it. I've wasted most of this year. Walker's at the line for 2 free throws. They said that dunk was not in his habitual shooting motion, and he misses the free throw. As put back does not go for Asher Young, and Smith sends this ball ahead.
I shared that terminology with a coach this week, and he kind of chuckled. I was like, the worst thing is as an official, you have to memorize 36 different habitual shooting motions every game you do.
Mike Rossett.
No, that was not his habitual. I've seen his habitual. That was not it.
No.
I've watched tape. I'm telling you.
You chicken wing it before you shoot it. As the final seconds tick away, and Woods Cross will move on to the semifinals. The last time they made the semifinal, matter of fact, was here at the University of Utah. And there'll be one game remaining on the boys' side of the bracket today as Asher Young will give up his 4th foul. And it'll be Jaxon Smith going to line to shoot 2.
By the way, we've teased it. That'll be Tim Murray. You will want to watch that game. So
Yes.
go get a popcorn or have a light lunch, but you'll want to be back for that one. It's going to be a doozy.
You will not be bored
No.
in the next game.
No.
Especially if Murray can make Tiffy take the ball out of the hoop. You will not be bored if that's what's happening.
Yeah.
As
Starters out.
starters leave the floor. What a day from Mason Bettinger. 34 points, 6 boards, 1 dime, and a partridge in a pear tree.
We said he was 8 of 10 in the first half. I'm a big fan of the law of averages. Law of averages today did not apply for Mason Bettinger.
There was no regressing to the mean.
No.
As Smith wants off the floor. He wants his clap off too.
19 points and 4 rebounds for Jaxon Smith today. This is his day done.
For Orem, number 21, Will Hall.
He didn't get the clap off. Come on,
Yeah, what is
students.
this?
Like, give him a hand, huh?
Well, they're excited to go through We Just Won stuff.
Will Anderson, 14, Grant Steppen.
So it'll be Nick Clark going to the line for
At the line,
double bonus free throws with 14 seconds to go. And Clark's career at Orem will come to a close. He was on that team with Taft Mitchell. That was so fun to watch. Made a run in the state tournament. I think they fell in the quarters as well in a heartbreaking fashion. So first free throw good for Clark. Have one more. Second lips out, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow going to Woods Cross. Off the rebound there from Dane Christensen. As Woods Cross will be heading to the semifinals, where they will take on the winner of Timpview and Murray. And it was a strong second half performance, but it was a game turned in by Mason Bettinger. 36 points on the afternoon. Final score, Woods Cross 75-54. Dane, your thoughts and selection of a Heidemann Associates player of the game?
Mason Bettinger. Gave notice early, was consistent throughout. We said, do you maintain 8 of 10? Yeah, you do. I can't wait to see where his final line came in tonight. You're talking about 36 or 34, 6 rebounds. Mason was a one-man show today. Jaxon was great as well, but Mason Bettinger took this game over. We got another year with him. We got another game in 22 with Mason as well.
Absolutely spectacular. Congratulations to Woods Cross moving on to the semifinals, and to Coach Perry Wildeboer and Orem. A very good year for them as well, and the little seniors. Been a pleasure covering you for all these years. We take a look at the bracket. Woods Cross moves on to the semifinals to take on the winner of Timpview and Murray. That game's coming up next, so take a quick break. We're going to be back for that one. But again, congratulations to Woods Cross moving on to the semifinals. Our Heidemann Associates player of the game, Mason Bettinger. For Vince Francis, Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litzer. Thanks for joining us and for watching the 2022 5A state tournament right here on KSLSports.com. One more game, Game 4, coming up next right here on KSL Sports.